Hey friends, let me get a little comfy here. Okay, we're comfy. I wanted to show you guys a trade that I made today, and I want to go over kind of like how much it cost to get me into this trade, where I got in, how much I made, what I'm trading, why am I trading this, just kind of an overview just so you guys can get an idea of really just what I do. I'm really excited about this one specifically because I made $3,000. Super stoked on that one in one trade. And then there's a lot of reasons why I'm excited about this. So first of all, I want to go over kind of how my trading has transformed in the past few weeks. So I think I can pinpoint exactly why my trading has become so different. First things first, I feel like I had been putting myself in a box. So it's the same strategy. I'm not changing the way that I trade, but I am changing kind of some parameters that I gave myself with trading. So let me give you an example. I had given myself designated times to trade. So I would wake up and trade from 8 a.m. to, let's say, to 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I would go about my day, and then I would go back and trade again in the evening, maybe from 7 p.m. to like 11 p.m. And that was the designated times I was giving myself to trade. Well, I have decided to change that. I'm going full-time trading now. So I am able to look at the market throughout the entire day, all day. I mean, not all day, but I'm picking up my phone and I'm looking at what the market's doing when I'm not on social media or on the phone or doing whatever. I'm looking at the market. I have more of a chance of getting better trades and bigger trades because I'm looking at the market more often. Whereas I was limiting myself before to just the morning and night. Now, I still had great trades within those times, but now I can look at every move, so I can try to catch every move. So the odds of me making bigger and better trades are more in my favor. So that was one thing. The second thing is I have changed my time frame. So I used to trade on a 5-minute time frame, and that worked for me, especially because I was maybe only trading for like an hour or two at a time. Now, since I'm full-time trading, I have moved to a 60-minute time frame. So now I can hold trades for much longer. I can hold a trade for, really a week if I wanted to. I haven't held trades that long, but I could hold my trade for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I could hold it for a week. I'm sure I have in the past, but my trades that I'm making these days are maybe like 1 to 2 days. So since I'm trading longer, I don't need that 5-minute time frame. So I can zoom out and kind of sit back and be like, okay, I only need to know what the price is doing every 60 minutes, not every 5 minutes. So that's changed my trading. I know there is another thing. What else has changed my trading? Okay, I've gone back to futures. So I've been going back and forth. I've tried futures, I've tried stocks, I've tried Forex, and I have decided that futures is my happy place. The fact that you can trade 24 hours out of the day, Monday through Friday, is incredible. I'm not limited to just the stock market hours. It's not as volatile as Forex, so I was having a hard time. I was getting swung back and forth pretty hard with Forex. They're all different and they all work for different people, but I have just found that for me, futures is it. I went from making, $400, $500 trades to now I'm making $3,000 trades, $1,500 trades. Now, then again, my losses are also bigger, but the fact that I'm making these bigger trades without having to do more shares or double my shares or triple my shares. It's the same amount of shares or contracts, depending on what you're trading. It's just I've kind of opened myself up and taken myself out of this box. I'm able to see more opportunities to trade, and I'm in trades for longer. I don't know how to describe it. It's incredible. My trading has transformed, and I am extremely excited about it. Just imagine doing these $3,000 trades like over and over and over and over and over again. Like, that's actually, they're repeatable. It's possible. And I've got a strategy that I've been using for a while. I came out with a course. It's super short and simple. It's to the point. It'll get you from, 0 to simulating, so you can at least start practicing this strategy. And my strategy has been exactly the same. I've just finally kind of opened myself up and not boxed myself in. Okay, now let's get to the trade itself. I'm going to pop it up on the screen right here. Boom, here we go. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys the entire trade. So this is where I got in, where I got out. But I want to show you guys a few things. So if you look at the top, you can see this is the symbol of what I'm trading. It's CLU21. That's how you would look up or trade crude oil. you can see how many contracts I took or how many contracts I went short, and it's 1. We'll see the time frame. I've been viewing this in 60-minute time frames instead of 5, which is very different. But okay, let's just get right into it. So I took this trade. I went short 1 contract at $65.91, and it's called a market order. So basically, you just tell the market, get me in right here, right now. Whatever the price is at, as soon as I hit that button, get me in right there. And that's what a market order is. So I went short 1 contract, and then let me show you guys how much this 1 contract cost me. So to trade just 1 contract of crude oil is $5,995, roughly $6,000, but we'll call it $5,995. So that's how much it took me to make this entire trade. Now, if you've seen some of my trades in the past, you'll see that I was trading stocks, and with stocks, to day trade stocks, you have to have $25,000 in an account. And if you're trading a lot of shares like I usually do, you have to have a lot of buying power. So the numbers weren't really adding up for a lot of my viewers. They were confused as to, okay, why are you using so much money just to make, $400 or $500? That's just my trading style. That's how I've learned it, and that's the way I trade when it comes to stocks specifically. So I wanted to find something that is a lot more relatable. Like, okay, being able to make a trade for $6,000 and then make a $3,000 profit is much more relatable. That's much more realistic. So I was super excited to show you guys this because I know a lot of you guys have had that confusion or question. You're like, why are you trading 100 shares of Tesla just to make an $800 trade or a $500 trade? So this kind of brings it back to reality, and you're like, okay, I can see myself doing this. This is realistic. I have $5,000 to trade with. I could make this trade myself. And that's really what I'm trying to get at here, because this is totally doable. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys how much it cost me to make this trade. Now I'll go back to the trade. Okay, here we go. So you can see that I closed it at $62.72. So let's put some things into perspective. So 1, I got into this trade at $65.91. I went short. I got out of this trade at $62.72. I had to place a buy order. So I had to buy that contract back. It's hard to understand the fact that you can sell something before you actually own it, but the market lets you do it. So I went short. I played oil going down. It went down. I made a profit by buying my contract back at a lower price. So if you think of it this way, think of it kind of, the order I placed it in was I went short first, then sold. But to understand how I made a profit, just think, okay, I bought a contract at $62.72 and then sold it at $65.91. So the difference is the price went up. What changes is the order that I placed those trades in. So I went short first, then I sold it. And if you were to try to understand, okay, how did you make a profit? It's because I bought it at this price, sold it. It's just a matter of the order that I placed it in. I hope that didn't confuse you too much. I was just trying to put it into perspective. Okay, I bought my 1 contract back. So I usually do market like 99% of the time. If I am placing a trade, or if I'm getting into a trade or getting out of a trade, I'm just going to hit market, get me in or get me out where the price is at right here, right now. Well, I was making $3,000 and I was trying to be very precise in how I was trading. So I placed a limit order. A limit order is when you tell the market what price you want to get in or get out at. And it's up to the market to hit that price or not. So there is a chance that I put in this order to go to buy my contract at $62.72, and there's a chance that it never even makes it down to that price. Maybe it just goes up and then my order's just sitting there and I've never been able to get out. Well, that's usually why I don't do limit orders. But I did a limit order this time. I did a limit order for what the price was at right then. So in a way, it was almost like market, but not. Hard to explain, but that's how I closed my trade. I put in a limit order. I buy my 1 contract back at $62.72 and it filled immediately and the deal was done. I closed my trade for $3,170 and that was it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If you are interested in my strategy, go to toritrades.com. I am sure I'll have it linked all over the place everywhere. But let me know what you guys are trading. Are you guys trading futures? Are you guys doing stocks? And what apps are you guys using? I'm using TradeStation. I know a lot of people have Robinhood or Thinkorswim. There's apps that have a lot more features. We'll just put it that way. TradeStation lets me view my chart, mark up my chart. They've got indicators. They've got the whole 9 yards. Tons of features on TradeStation. Whereas I think if you were to use like Robinhood, I think you can just see the price the way that they want you to see the price. Maybe you can change the time frame a little bit, but basically you get the same deal. You can't really go in and do any kind of customizing or add any kind of indicators or what have you. But if you're interested in my method, go to toritrades.com. And thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe, like. I'm going to share my trades all the time, so I'm super excited to share them with you guys. And if you want to see a more in-depth version of this video of why I made this trade and what my strategy was that I used for this specific trade, you got to sign up for the course. I have this exact trade, this day, same video, of me telling my students why I placed this trade, why I got in, why I got out, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching.